family, it's very important that we know our enemy. It's most important to know your enemy as much as it's important to know yourself. Most of us think our enemies are people that we can see. Yeah, some of that is true. But many of us don't know that you have enemies that you can't even imagine. You can't even fathom that really have no desire for you to succeed. Now it's 2022. If we don't know by now that we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, I'm not sure what to tell you, family, because that is true. Anything that happens in the physical has to happen in the spiritual first. Why can't we see that? You don't wrestle against the people that are in front of you that don't like you. You're not wrestling against your parents that didn't support you. You're not wrestling against your family that betrayed you. You're not wrestling against the people that you thought were your friends, but they talked about you and backstabbed you. You're not wrestling against the people that you were in relationships with that didn't love you, that hurt you. You're not wrestling against them. You're wrestling against their spirit, their soul, the dark side of them that couldn't embrace you, that couldn't love you properly, that couldn't support you properly, that just did not want to see you succeed. So when you think that you continuously have haters just in the flesh, don't be fooled. Most of your haters are people that have never met you. See, it's all spiritual, however you want to see it. We really do wrestle against spiritual and wicked principalities that have no desire to see you thrive, shine in this life. Think about that when you remember what happened to you when you were born. Think about that when you remember what happened to you throughout the generational things that plague your family. Think about that when you realize that you were chosen and destined to do certain things, but it appears that everything came up against you to try to destroy you. Think about that when you look at all of those bad relationships. Think about that when you say, why did my parents abandon me? Why can't my family love me and support me? Think about it. Think about it when you've been supporting, encouraging, and pouring into your friend circle, only to realize that they were Judases. They never liked you. They betrayed you the first chance they got. They only got next to you to hurt you. Think about it, family. We really don't wrestle with flesh and blood. We really do wrestle against wickedness. However you see that. And while you're thinking, make sure you know that you are created perfectly, on purpose, for a purpose, by the divine. And nothing will trump the divine's mission and purpose for you in this life. I hope I inspired you. And if you wonder why you've been hurting, if you wonder why you've been betrayed, and you are wondering about everything that you've been through, I hope I just made you smile too.